Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another Transfer Talk Roundup show. Make sure you smash that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button and get your comments down below on all these players that are linked with Aston Villa at the moment. We've got a few. It's been an interesting day today. We've put in a bid apparently for a right back. We're linked with an excellent German young prospect striker, couple of Spanish players, and everything else in between. So plenty to go through. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first player we have been linked with and apparently are looking at putting a bid in for is Michael Kayode, young right back from Fiorentina, and very highly rated. Started his career at Gozzano in 2020, Serie D club, and played 34 times and scored 2 goals, and then signed in 2023 for Fiorentina, 26 appearances and 1 goal, and has represented Italy from under 18s through to under 19s and under 21 level. So yes, we've talked about a right back, and this player seems very highly rated. Now, we've put in a bit of, I think, 15 million euros. It's been reported at the moment, but Fiorentina have said that we need to maybe up that to around about the 20 million euro mark, so more like 17 million pounds. So, yeah, could be a really good signing. Only turns 20 next month, and obviously got Serie A experience and could solve this problem down the right hand side for us, or add competition at least. Matty Cash maybe is subject of bids or interest elsewhere, so this could solve that problem. We've got Nedeljkovic to come in, but obviously shows this profile of player that we're going for: younger, maybe hungry, maybe more malleable. Could be very interesting to mix in with maybe some of the more experienced players in other positions. Now, can play right back and can play more into the midfield, can push up. You look at that heat map, very attacking as well as covering in defence. Started 22 games this season and played 26 games in total. Scored 1 goal, as I said there. Didn't miss any other big chances, and that goal was from inside the box with his right foot. 1 assist, so maybe operating um, some more assists would be maybe something that he could develop in with his game. 1 big chance created. Now, passing stats very good for his position: 87% accuracy per game, 91% in his own half, 76% in the opposition half. 6 clean sheets he was a part of, so not too bad at all. 51% in terms of successful dribbles, 60% duels won, 63% in terms of ground duels won. So obviously tackling 1v1 defending, it could be a real good strength of his. So, yeah, really exciting player to potentially be linked with. Monchi is apparently a very big fan and really wants to push this one through. So this one could move quite quickly. Now, another player that came through as a link later on this evening was a very exciting one in terms of Maximilian Bayer from Hoffenheim, German striker, only 21 years of age, and really highly rated. Plays for Hoffenheim, as I said, has scored 16 goals this season. Played for Hoffenheim, the second team, appeared 25 times, scoring 10 goals, and had a couple of loan spells at Hanover 96, playing 63 times, scoring 10 goals, and has represented Germany at full international level, under 17s, under 20s, under 21s, and has 2 full international caps. So, yeah, really, again, highly rated player, but is also on the radar of a number of other clubs as well. But Villa are very much in the race. I think Chelsea may be linked and 1 or 2 others. So if I have a look at SofaScore in terms of his information and his statistics, 16 goals for a striker. We've obviously been we're looking at Tammy. Apparently he's still high up on the list as well. But this one would be a little bit more left field, 21 years of age as well. Potentially someone who Emery could develop, and also develop a partnership along with Ollie Watkins, some journalists are talking about. So played 33 times this season, started 29, 4 teams of the week, 16 goals, which is a really good return. 11 big chances missed as well. So obviously gets himself into great positions, but could be better at finishing, which is a good sign. 5 goals with his left foot, 11 goals with his right foot, so he's capable on both feet. 2 penalties as well. 1 assist, so maybe more of a goal scorer and more of a finisher. So could link well with Ollie. Obviously, we know how Ollie can create assists and be excellent at movement. So this could be a real good partnership if it was to be utilised. 4 big chances created, 74% accuracy with passing, 79% in his own half, 66% in the opposition half. Is more likely to be getting on the end of opportunities rather than bringing players into the game, as we've seen there. 1.9 ball recovery, so does work hard in terms of trying to press, I'd imagine. So look, a really good prospect, really good to see us linked with these types of players. And looking at his rating against a team like Bayern Munich, obviously scored goals against top teams in the Bundesliga as well. So maybe wants to test himself in the Premier League, and this may be the right type of move. And I think it's around about 30 million euros that I imagine it would probably come to a little bit more than that, but that's the kind of fee that they're looking at potentially asking for. So we'll have to wait and see on that, but it'd be really exciting for me. That would be an excellent move. I know a few Villa fans are kind of torn on the idea of Tammy Abraham. Maybe this would be a better option, particularly if we lose John Duran and maybe even Cameron Archer. Maybe even I'm hearing we could be looking at 2 strikers coming in, 2 forward players coming in if we obviously lose those 2. So another midfielder we're potentially interested in is Brais Mendes from Real Sociedad. So links there in terms of the Spanish league link. And obviously Real Sociedad being fairly close to Monchi and Emery's heart in terms of Basque region. Was made his name at Celta Vigo, 153 appearances, scoring 20 goals, and then since 2022 has been at Sociedad with 13 goals in 66 appearances. So knows where the goal is. 6'2" as well, attacking midfielder, 27 years of age. So obviously in the prime of his career, could be an interesting player for us to go for. 4 caps for Spain and 1 goal, and has also represented Spain at under 21, under 18, and under 17 level. Interesting, not many caps at those age groups and 4 caps at full international level. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Manchester United are interested in him as well, apparently. So, could have some competition there. But Unai Emery apparently is a long-time admirer of this player. So, we shall wait and see. Again, looking at his ratings on SofaScore, operates more on that right-hand side, moving into the centre. Playmaking, high pressing, direct free kicks are a strength of his. Could he be a potential replacement for Douglas Luiz? 32 appearances, 27 starts, 5 goals in La Liga this season, 1 big chance missed, 2 free kick goals as well, as we say, dead ball specialist, 2 goals from inside the box, 3 goals from outside the box, 3 with his left foot and 2 headed goals, 6 assists, so not too bad there. Maybe wanting a couple more in that sort of area. 9 big chances created as well. 81% passing accuracy per game, so in 70% in the opposition half is pretty high. Probably try some more difficult passes, as we've seen with the playmaker. 89% in his own half, 56% in terms of accuracy of long balls. 3.8 ball recoveries per game, so it does work hard. 1.3 tackles per game as well, so not too bad in that area as well. And 44% in terms of successful dribbles from just under 1 try per game, 46% in terms of ground duels won. So not too bad at all. 13.3 times possession loss. So maybe it's because he's trying those more difficult passes, but maybe we'd look to increase that a little bit more. But yeah, highly rated player, a player who is in the prime of his career, could be looking to move into the Premier League and test himself further on in his career. Now, another player who's been linked is another midfielder. We talked about him a little bit yesterday, and that is Fermin Lopez of Barcelona, a young player coming through at Barcelona and has had a pretty decent season. And 21 years of age, more diminutive, 5'9", has 31 appearances, 8 goals for Barcelona since 2023, went to Linares on loan in the 2022-23 season, scoring 12 goals in 37 games, and he has a full cap for Spain as well. So again, very, very highly rated player. I think, again, looking at around 30 million euro mark as well. We did focus on him a little bit, mention him a little bit on our fans forum last night. but in terms of his SofaScore ratings and information, he did play tonight as of Monday night in the game against Albania for Spain. A few times I saw him; he was giving the ball away actually, but anyway, looked quite lively, operating in that central midfield area. 31 games played, 14 starts, so operated more off the bench. As I said, 8 goals. So if he came on, made an impact. 7 big chances missed, 7 from inside the box, 1 from outside the box, 3 with the head, 2 with the left foot, 3 with the right foot. So obviously good movement into the box, and he's comfortable at scoring from any kind of part of the body in terms of that head, left foot, right foot as well. No assists, but 1 big chance created. Accuracy of passing 85%, 91% in his own half, 80% in the opposition half. So really high stats there. Obviously, technically very, very good. 2.3 ball recoveries per game, 65% in terms of successful dribbles, 43% in terms of ground duels won as well. So, Barcelona do like to try and win the ball back quickly. That's always been a facet of their game. But yeah, again, exciting player to be linked with. Whether he would be looking to move to the Premier League at this age, I'm not so sure. But Barcelona apparently don't have a huge amount of money, so might need to free up funds elsewhere. But that is potentially one to watch as well in terms of a potential incoming. Now, finally, the last player to be linked with Villa today is David Hanko, central defender. This time, more left-sided central defender, currently playing at Feyenoord, Slovakian international. 65 appearances for Feyenoord since 2022, scoring 7 goals. Has 40 caps for Slovakia as well, scoring 4 goals, and has played for Sparta Prague, Fiorentina, and Žilina. So has been at quite a few clubs in his career. 26 years of age, 6'2", so quite a big physical presence. And yeah, we're apparently interested in him again, as well as a number of other clubs. I believe West Ham might be one of those clubs interested in him as well. So looking at his SofaScore stats, we have, just bear with me 2 seconds. We have he's obviously played in the Euros this season. Currently in the Euros at the moment, has 34 appearances for Feyenoord, started all 34 games, 5 goals, so fairly effective in terms of that. His strengths are ground duels and his consistency of performance. Playing in that Eredivisie, though, is at the highest standard. I'm not so sure. Could he make the step up into the Premier League? All his goals have come from inside the box. 4 with his left foot, interestingly, and 1 goal from his head. 2 assists this season, 8 big chances created. So is he a marauding central defender? Does he break the lines like maybe a Pau Torres does? Could he be a potential understudy for him? 95% in terms of passing accuracy inside his own half, 81% in the opposition half, 42% in terms of accuracy of long balls, 16 clean sheets. So Feyenoord, we know, had a very good season, and 1.1 tackle per game and 6.9 ball recoveries per game. I think he's also on Liverpool's radar for obvious reasons, so could be again facing competition from Liverpool. 63% ground duels won, 57% of aerial duels won. So yeah, a player who I think will be courted by Liverpool with Arne Slot, but also potentially on the radar for 1 or 2 other clubs. And Graham Bailey reporting that he is on Aston Villa's radar. So again, an interesting time as we get into July pre-season and hopefully navigating this profit and sustainability regulations with the sales of Kellyman, Bonham, potentially Bogard, obviously Douglas Luiz, which should get announced this week, and then bringing Matson in and Lewis Dobbin in. So yeah, we shall see what happens. It's going to be a lot of movement with us challenging for the Champions League. We need to bring in highly rated players, but also players that, looking like Emery wants to bring through, are hungry, got that first team experience, but can still be molded into a real talent that can be potentially moved on or increase their value by a considerable amount, a la Morgan Rogers, and hopefully more players coming through. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on those players linked. A few there that are, again, really exciting players, but be interesting to see. Could we see Michael Kayode coming in before the pre-season starts? Could we see Max Bayer being signed Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be back later on this week for more shows. I've just recorded a fantastic interview with Academy AVFC for our first Lions Den latest show, focusing on all things Academy. So make sure you look out for that one. I'll also be recording a show with Gareth, focusing on the new signings and any potentials that we might need to, or he thinks we might need to bring in. So keep your eyes open for that. And of course, more transfer talk shows and fans forums coming through. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts. Thank you everyone for watching. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.